talking franchises here, bud.
It's that time to wrap up the Transformers here on the franchise. Of course, we won't be wrapping up the Transformers in perpetuity. There are going to be so many Transformers movies, even though this latest one failed at the box office. Already, we've got an animated series film on the docket for next year. Transformers 1. It's a prequel set on Cybertron. It's got Chris Pine in it. And I think maybe Hemsworth. Is it both Chris's or one of the two?
What about Peter Cullen?
I'm sure he'll be involved.
He better.
Yeah.
What do they do if he dies? Do you think they're just gonna stop?
No, they'll Carrie Fisher him.
Yeah. Have they done that with a voice? They just keep using somebody's voice over and over.
You know what they should do?
He's probably said every word by now.
Yeah, that's what they should. They should have him come into the recording studio and read the dictionary, and then they could stitch together his line readings.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure like that he said all the words they would need for this.
Yeah, like Bumblebee, Earth,
Roll out.
Twiki. Yeah, roll out.
He said them all.
Yeah.
I'm Logan, guys.
Logan Bad Air over there. Logan B. Adair. Named such because of Sophie Clark, which we learned recently. All right. Now, Logan, we're covering Bumblebee today. That's one that people like.
Yeah. What did you think?
We'll talk about it.
Okay.
And Transformers Rise of the Beasts, which recently came and went in theaters, and I had to watch the trailer for months on end on a weekly basis, which used the song Juicy by the Notorious B.I.G. Now, Juicy, the clip they used from that song in the trailer was, "If you don't know, now you know." They play that over and over again. And as a fan of the Notorious B.I.G., and someone who was alive when that song was a hit on the radio, I know that the next line of the song is simply the N-word.
Really?
Yeah. And so Transformers Rise of the Beasts has a weird distinction in that every time I saw the trailer for months on end, it forced me to think the N-word.
That is interesting. I'm sure a lot of people experience that same thing. I don't know about that.
What a phenomenon.
Mm-hmm.
But let's start with Bumblebee, right?
Yeah.
Thank you for responding.
You're welcome.
Now this one came out of that writer's room. You know, by this time Transformers had a writer's room where it's just like a group of random folks got together, tried to map out the future. The Transformers franchise, and they decided that the future of the Transformers franchise was the past.
Yeah, and I guess they kept going with this one. This one's also the past.
Yeah, well, that allows them to not have to interact with Michael Bay's bullshit.
Right.
Yeah. So this Bumblebee is directed by Chili T, of course. Everybody know Chili T?
I didn't hear anybody respond.
Okay. Well, let me educate you on Chili T. All right. Now, I hate this fucking guy. But, you know, I'm not going to give him shit. Bumblebee's not a terrible movie or anything, but I hate this fucking guy. Okay. So his real name's Travis Knight. Logan. His father is Phil Knight, who is a shoe impresario at Nike, as well as a billionaire.
Yeah.
Okay. And so what his dad did was, when Travis Knight was a teenager, he decided he wanted to be a rapper. All right. Now, most white kids go to their dads, say, "I want to be a professional rapper." And their dads Possibly beat the shit out of them.
Or they think they mean wrapping packages.
Right, right. Why would you want to do that? That doesn't seem like a glamorous position.
Yeah, but okay, fine, son.
Yeah. Um. But so what he does instead was he built his son a recording studio in his mansion.
Yeah.
Okay. So Travis Knight became Chili T. That was his rap name. I don't know why every white rapper around that time had to have like an ice related name.
Really?
Well, Vanilla Ice.
Yeah, that's only two. You can't just bring up two people and say every one of them did this.
Well, he was like the big guy. There was also Ice T and Ice Cube. I don't know, man.
Those are not white people.
But I'm saying Ice was big back then.
Okay.
Ice
enough.
was
Like
considered
Lil.
cool as
Ice
hell.
was the original Lil.
Yeah, like if I was back then, maybe I'd be like Crushed Ice or Iceberg. My last name Ehrenberg.
Oh, that's good. That is so
Yeah.
good.
Thank you. Now, so he tried to become a rapper. He worked with the Bomb Squad, like who like produced Public Enemy albums and shit. Like his father really set him up nice, and of course his rap career failed miserably. All right. So what his dad did was he was like, "Well, what's your next step? What are you interested in?" And the son's like, "I don't know, Dad. I'm interested in making money. How do I do that?" And he's like, you could just sit at home every day. I'm a billionaire. And Travis Knight was like, but I've got things I want to say. I'm an artist. All right. So his dad buys this animation studio. Okay. And despite Phil Knight having he's Phil Knight, Travis Knight, Chili T. Despite Chili T having no previous experience in animation whatsoever, his dad places him on the board of directors of this animation studio. Okay. And
I
everyone
feel like
did a
you're
lot.
leading to like some punchline or something, but he made a movie that I haven't seen, but a lot of people like. So I don't know like what you're doing right now, making fun of this guy. Have you seen that movie that he made, Kubo
No,
and the Two
I'm not
Strings?
making fun of his
You're
prowess.
like really like just making a big mockery out of his whole existence, basically.
Right.
But he made a movie and people liked it, and
But you know what? All the people that like that movie and this movie, I'm letting them in on this guy's background.
okay, well, why do you say it's so funny? Like he's such a big joke.
He
hasn't made a lot since this movie, but
this guy's a piece of shit.
He was nominated for an Oscar, right? That movie was nominated for best. Animated movie.
He got his daddy to get him nominated for an Oscar.
I wish my daddy had money and could do things for me.
We all do, Logan. I'm not saying this doesn't come out of bitterness.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. But yeah, so he eventually built himself up in the animation studio and they were finally going to direct they were going to make a feature film. He's like, "I'm directing it."
Yeah.
All right? My daddy said it's okay. Yeah, so he directs Kubo and the Two Strings, and that's like a Oscar nominated movie. And his daddy rewards him for directing an Oscar nominated movie by then placing him on the board of directors of Nike, where he can make even more money. And since then, all he's done is this Bumblebee. Is that right?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. I don't know about his writing or producing or whatever, but yeah.
Well, yeah, he went back to being like on the head of the board of that. What's the name of that animation studio?
Studio Ghibli.
No, it's like that though.
Yeah, I kind of forgot. It was kind of up and coming, I feel like, for a second.
It was like started with an L. Link, Linux, Leica.
Leica.
Yeah. All right. Um. Anyway, so that's what he's up to. He's still producing for them. He does have projects in development, though. He is working on a some sort of fantasy film called Wildwood. That's what he's making right now.
Okay.
It's got quite a cast. And then he's also attached to an adaptation of the $6 Million Man, which he has changed to $6 billion Man because he's like, that's not even money. $6 million. Are you
Are
kidding
you
me?
kidding? Right? Are you kidding?
I'm not joking.
That is so good.
Yeah.
He's like, I can write way better for about a billionaire.
Yeah. I don't have any experience being a millionaire. I
Millionaire?
only...
What is that? They go to laundromats? I don't really. Do I do a scene there? What's this?
Yeah. So he's adapting that into a movie with Mark Wahlberg as as Steve Austin.
By
you
the
know?
way, can we just mention what in Rise of the Beast they mention Mark Wahlberg?
Oh yeah, they say Marky Mark.
Yeah, they're like talking about how he left the Funky
He's
Bunch.
yeah.
That was
Yeah.
crazy. Because he's in a Transformers movie, if you guys
Well,
remember.
I
Two
think
of
they
them.
brought him up as a shout out
Yeah,
because he's
of
in those
course.
Transformers movies.
Mhm.
All right. Um. Anyway, so that's Travis Knight, our director,
All right.
aka Chili T. All right.
More
And
talented than Chet Hayes, I'd say.
Chet Hayes isn't so ostentatious. He's not out there. He's just like he's being a rapper. He's acting and shit. Like, yeah, he's
He's
getting
a
these
Curb,
opportunities
remember?
because of his dad. But like, I hate that this guy got placed as the head of an animation studio without ever working in animation. That is so frustrating.
It really is. They should lock him in a room with Brad Bird, and they should just talk for like 4 hours, and Brad
They
Bird
should
should
lock
roast
him.
him.
They should lock him in a room with Lassiter for a week. See
Oh
what
no,
happens.
no, don't
Yeah,
do that.
yeah, that's what he deserves. All right. Come out all fat wearing a Hawaiian shirt. Oh no, he's one of us. All right. Christina Hodson is our writer. She was in the writer's room for this shit. She was one of these writers that for a long time had movies on the blacklist, of like the best unproduced screenplays.
Yeah.
But then those scripts started getting made into movies, and nobody liked them, and they didn't make any money. All
Like
right.
what?
One of them's called Shut In with Naomi Watts,
Yeah.
and the other one, and you've seen that?
No, but some of it kind of.
All right,
I
and
remember
one
parts of it.
he got a blowjob during it.
No, that's not. No, that's not true.
And the next one is the other one was Unforgettable with Katherine Heigl, which I've seen.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and
That's like obsessed a little.
it is a little like that, yes. And then she goes on. She just joins writers' rooms. That's her thing. She was in the Transformers writers' room. Now James Gunn hired her for the DC Universe
Okay.
writers' room, the new one. And that's partly because she's got DC experience. She wrote. She has writing credits anyway on Birds of Prey or the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn. All right.
Yeah. Mhm.
And also she has a writing credit on that Flash movie that just came out. Nobody
Ooh.
went to see.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, she's also got a writing credit on the next Fast and Furious movie.
Wow. That's kind of weird. So they're splitting them up into parts, but they're adding new writers.
I think people that work on Fast and Furious now get so frustrated having to like kowtow to like Vin Diesel and The Rock that they like can't work on it for more than one movie.
That's
Even
so
the guy
sad.
who, yeah, I know.
Does that make you enjoy the franchise a little less? Because it kind of does me.
A little
like everyone
bit,
has,
a little bit.
everyone hates working on it.
It made me upset when like the fellow who wrote like 3 through 7 or something, Chris Morgan,
Right.
he like came back to the franchise and then like very quickly quit again. And I'm like, I don't know, man. If you can't get Chris Morgan, who I consider to be the true auteur of the Fast and Furious franchise, along with Justin Lin, I guess.
Yeah.
Like if you can't keep him involved, then what are we even doing here?
Yeah. That's how we know this is the Vin show here. That's probably why
Yeah.
that's why he doesn't make any other movies. Really, it's not because it's because he can't do it unless he's in charge. Like nobody can work with him.
Yeah. He found his niche. Like this is the Fast and Furious franchise is the only place in Hollywood that treats Vin Diesel like a movie star. And so he just stays there.
Yeah, I've never really thought about it that way before. Kind of.
Yeah, true.
He just does that and audio recordings for Groot. But those are probably just taken from other movies at this point.
I would hope not. I would hope he's getting in there.
Well, he did talk in the last movie. Remember, he said like, "I love you guys." I think.
You know, I'm reading a Guardians of the Galaxy comic right now.
How do you read all the different comics all the time?
Because I
And
subscribe to
why
this.
why do you jump around? Why don't you like finish something?
What are you talking about?
I don't know what I'm talking about. These are new comics that are coming out.
Do you want me to actually answer these questions?
Well, I don't know how comics work, so I don't really understand what my question was, I guess. These are newly released comics you're getting, or these are old comics?
No. I'm reading the Guardians that the movies were based on.
Hmm.
And Groot says stuff other than I am Groot.
Really?
Yeah, I just wanted to report that.
I didn't know
He
that.
says I am Groot a lot, but he says other stuff too.
Yeah, that was probably a Vin thing. He said, "Yes, I will do it, but I'm only saying I am Groot."
And he grew back from a little baby in like 2 issues.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's probably just for the fans. We like the little baby.
Yeah, we like the baby.
But they didn't really do that. They did it like he grew up pretty quick. He was like a baby, and then he was like a little kid, and then he was like a teenager. Like he went through them all pretty quick.
He was a baby all through that first
The second one.
movie?
The second one starts out he's a little baby, but then at the end he's already like a teenager. Like the post-credit scene, I think.
Right. Hey man, how about all them post-credit sequences in Rise of the Beasts?
I'll be honest. I watched the G.I. Joe one and I didn't stick around.
Dude, the other one but it was so lame. You saw the good one.
Yeah.
When the dude from House of Cards is like, "Can I introduce you? Would you be interested in learning about the G.I. Joe initiative?"
He doesn't even say that. He just looks at the little car. I was wondering. I was like, what is going on here? Because they showed like an empty like a hangar, and I was like, am I supposed to know what this is? It's just like an empty thing. And then they're
I thought they were going for like a Raiders of the Lost Ark ending, where he like walks through this warehouse and it's like, oh, there's the Allspark.
But yeah, G.I. Joe, that's pretty cool. Are they bringing in like Channing Tatum and those guys, or they're redoing the G.I. Joes?
I think they're probably redoing it. You know, I wondered.
It's gonna be with like Chris Hemsworth's brother, probably.
I wondered watching Bumblebee whether Cena was being introduced in the Tatum role.
Yeah, but I think we've abandoned Cena now, right?
Well, he's not.
Bumblebee is not canon in Rise of the Beast, is it? Like it's a new Bumblebee?
Yes, no, it is canon. This is a direct sequel to Bumblebee.
Oh wow, I didn't know that the whole time. Oh, so Bumblebee dies twice then because Haley Steinfeld brings him back to life in Bumblebee, and then in this one he dies and is brought back to life also.
Do you know
He's like
why?
Giles. He's gonna can't keep doing that.
Do you know why though?
No.
It's because Bumblebee is the only Transformer that it's possible to care about.
Yeah, well, I guess I do know why. Because when it happened, I was like, this is the only one we care about.
Yeah, you'd only ever have any emotional reaction to Bumblebee dying. If any other Transformer died, you would not care.
That's not true because I cared when Optimus died in 2, or 3, whichever one he died in. But that's only because of Sam's reaction, because Sam was so sad. So if you have another character care about the Transformers, then I will care about the Transformers.
I guess you're right. Yeah, Witwicky helped with that.
Right.
And Haley Steinfeld in this movie.
I've sort of shit on this Anthony Ramos guy. I thought he was pretty good.
Well, we're not up to that one yet.
I know, but I've never liked him before in anything that I've seen him in, and I've seen him in all of his stuff basically.
No, see, I like him because he played the part that Spike Lee plays in the original She's Gotta Have It, in the Netflix She's Gotta Have It, and he's really good there. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that you told me that. I've only seen him in like his like more musical stuff, but I enjoyed him here. But we'll get to that.
Yeah, I gotta say, I don't think that he missed his shot here. I think he
No.
took hold of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he grabbed it by the uh Transformers have like a thing. I don't think so. But and
By
he ran with it. By the way, no
yeah,
Dinobots in either of these movies. None of that. That's kind of sad.
just beasts,
Yeah.
beast bots,
Are you
Maximals,
are you aware of these
Max.
guys, by the way? Are they new?
No, they're from the '90s, I think.
Oh, of course they
There's
are. Yeah, yeah. Sorry.
yeah. In the '90s, they resurrected Transformers as Beast Wars. That was
Oh,
the
yeah, I've
name of
heard
a
of that.
cartoon. Yeah. It was like I think it was CGI animation, like early CGI animation. Um, and I guess that's what's going on here with these beasts, the
All right.
Maximals.
Anyway, back
All
to
right,
Bumblebee. Let's do Bumblebee.
back to Bumble. No, I like all this stuff because I didn't take notes on either of these movies, so we're just letting the combo
I
flow.
got a little bit of stuff.
Do you? All right, so this movie came out December 21st, 2018. Which was different for the franchise. It'd always been a summer franchise. They were like, let's try something different.
Can I do something we've never done or I've never done?
I would love it.
I've been listening to old franchise episodes, right? And you and Henry, it's like back in the era where you'd be like top 10 movies of this year, and I like that, and I don't know if other people liked that, but I think you guys gave up because you just like ran through all the years, basically.
Yeah, we were like repeating ourselves, but like if you want to give a quick top 10 of 2018, and I gotta say, since we did that, I re-edited the fuck out of those lists.
Okay.
So
yeah.
So if you want, we could both do 2018.
Okay, because I noticed Anthony Ramos is in one of my movies here. So
Is it Hamilton for Disney Plus?
No, but I think that might be the same year. It's very possible that's that year. But anyway, I wanted to do that. I think that's pretty fun. Maybe other people would like that if you give you some movies that you maybe haven't seen. Anyway, number 10, Bo Burnham's Eighth Grade. Great. I don't think he's made anything since then, but
Yeah.
there it is.
Well, he made Inside.
Right. I guess so.
That's
number 9,
14.
I think this was your...
It's 14 on my list, 8th grade. I just want to say.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that'll be good. You can tell me where they are on your list. That'll be good. I think this is number 1 on your list, Daniel. Burst
What?
Reformed.
I have that as a 2017 movie because I go by what Letterboxd says.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. Number 8. This is a movie made by Steve McQueen. It's called Widows.
That's
that
13 on my list. You're
right.
you're like counting down from 14th. Let's see if you have my 12 on there.
No, this will be probably higher on your list. This is made by your main man, who you already mentioned 5 minutes ago, Black Klansman.
Oh yeah, that's my number 1 of the year.
Oh wow, that's number 1. This is not on your list. I don't think you saw it. I don't think you saw the first one because this is a sequel. But according to Rotten Tomatoes, this is like 100%, or it was for a long time. That's Paddington 2.
Yeah, I didn't see that because I'm a grown man.
Oh, come on. Number 5, a great film that honestly I want to watch again because I haven't seen it since it came out. Made by Yorgos Lanthimos. All right, this is The Favorite with a U stuck in there because it's an English film.
That's
number 4.
That's 6 on my list.
Ooh, we're getting there. Number 4. This is a film starring Anthony Ramos. By starring, I mean he's like the 4th lead in the movie, but it's really just starring 2 people and everyone else is in it. I love this movie so much. I really do. There were like some parts where I was like, that didn't really work. Like they rushed through like the wedding part, I sort of thought. But I love this guy. I know he's like under fire right now, but I feel like I'm gonna have this guy's career one day, right? I'm gonna be like, because he was like an old guy, kind of not like an old guy, but he was like an older guy in his 30s or whatever. And this is made by Bradley Cooper, and it's called A Star Is Born.
You think you're gonna have Bradley Cooper?
I think I am Bradley Cooper, basically.
Oh, you poor deluded motherfucker. A Star Is Born, huh?
A Star Is Born, number 4.
That's number 64 on my list.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Number 3. This will be high on your list. You love this movie. We all love this movie. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, it's number 7.
Oh, wow. Number 2, the greatest movie of all time. And you're probably like, how is it number 2? Because the other greatest movie of all time is number 1. This is a good year, I guess. Mission Impossible Fallout.
Yeah, that's number 8 on my list.
Wow. And number 1, the greatest movie that ever existed, the first real movie made by Ari Aster. And I was like, what the fuck? Who is this person? Gotta tell you, I watched this with my family at the movie theater, and I'm pretty sure they all fell asleep, Daniel.
Wow.
Like I watched it with like my mom and like my brother, maybe both my brothers, maybe my sister was there, and like I think they all fell asleep, and which is like pretty embarrassing to say that I'm related to those people. But it happened, and then they were all like, "That was so stupid," and I was like, "Okay." This is like when your dad came out of Fight Club, and he was like, "That was a piece of shit," right?
Yeah, right, exactly.
But Hereditary, my favorite movie ever, number 1.
All right, what a year it was, 2018. Outside of my top 10, you got stuff like Lars von Trier's The House that Jack Built, and Annihilation and Three Identical Strangers, Leave No Trace, which I loved, Shirkers, incredible.
First Man, that's a good
documentary. That's another one. Yeah, First Man, which I love.
Searching, did you say
is
that?
22 on the list. All right, which one did you say?
Searching. That's a good movie.
Searching's 28 on the list.
A Quiet Place, Game Night. You don't like Game Night, do you? I like Game Night a lot.
It's a 3. All right, but here's
Unsane. That was a good one.
Unsane over here. I got it at number 16.
Yeah.
All right. But my top 10. Number 10 is Andrew Bujalski's Support the Girls. A great film with Regina Hall and others. It's number 9, Thunder Road by Jim Cummings, which was a recent recommendation by a listener.
Yeah, I remember that.
If you want to recommend me any movies, try and crack some other top 10s, patreon.com/the franchise. We do a show called Hey, I'm Watching Here every week, and I watch a bunch of your bullshit.
That's
all right. And sometimes it's not bullshit.
I'm so used to the title. But if I heard that somebody had a podcast called Hey, I'm Watching Here, where they talked about every movie that they watched, I would be jealous of that I didn't come up with that. But like we do that. Hey, I'm Watching Here. That's so funny.
It's a great title. I'm proud of it.
Was that Tim or was that you?
Tim.
Yeah, I love you, Tim.
Credit where it's due. All right, so Thunder Road is 9, Mission Impossible Fallout at 8, Into the Spider-Verse at 7, The Favorite at 6. Alex Ross Perry's Her Smell with Elizabeth Moss over here at number 5. If Beale Street Could Talk at number 4. Number 3, I got Under the Silver Lake.
Oh, you loved that one.
I loved that movie. Yeah, by the guy that made It Follows as well. And 2, Hereditary, 1, Black Klansman. There you go. That's my 2018 list.
All right, I love it.
All right, great. All right, so this came out at tail end of 2018 on a $135 million budget. You see how much they cut that budget by? Like $100 million.
I don't remember the last one, but I assume that, yeah.
Yeah, wild stuff. They were like, I think that was the experiment with Bumblebee. Can we make Transformers movies on the cheap? Is that something we can do?
And you know what franchise will get into the craziest budgets ever, if we ever do? Those Pirates movies. They get up to like $400 million.
I mean, we'll cover Avatar at some point too. Those movies,
but I don't even think those get up to as high as, but like at least one of the Pirates movies is $400 million.
I read that the lady who wrote this at one point was developing a Pirates of the Caribbean reboot with Margot Robbie, but it never got made.
She would be who? Jack Sparrow?
No, I think it would be like in continuity with those movies. So she'd be like
Bella Swan.
She'd basically be the new Jack Sparrow, like the new hot character that we're interested in following.
Okay, I mean, yeah. If you're gonna pick anybody,
do like Harley Quinn as a pirate.
Yeah, I guess so. That would just be doing that.
Yeah. Harley Quinn.
Wait, you said she's the one that made that made Birds of Prey? She's her?
She has a writing credit on that.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, this movie made $468 million at the box office.
I was there.
You saw it in theaters?
Oh yeah.
Wow. This was number 25 at the box office between Ready Player One and Mamma Mia 2. Here we go again. And you want to go through the awards? It's got a few awards.
Yeah.
How about the Golden Raspberries?
It's the raspberries, no razzmatazz. Well, all we're lacking is a little pizzazz, 'cause it's the golden raspberries. It's the worst of the worst, not the best of the best. It's pizzazz gone raz.
Now, here's one I've never seen before. They were the Transformers franchise, which all its previous iterations had been nominated for Golden Raspberry Awards, gets nominated again here for Bumblebee, and it's called the Razzie Redeemer Award. Now, this is given to people and I guess franchises that have redeemed themselves. They've made a lot of shit, but now they made a good movie.
You know what I think would have won last year?
What?
Puss in Boots: The Last Wish.
Could be.
Coming off that first Puss in Boots.
Yeah. But Transformers franchise lost. The winner of the Razzie Redeemer Award that year was Melissa McCarthy for Can You Ever Forgive Me? You know, she got nominated for an Oscar.
So you can nominate people against movies?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a whole mess. They've been doing this since 2014. Here, I've got the list of Razzie Redeemer Awards. The most recent Razzie Redeemer winner was Colin Farrell.
What? What was he so bad in recently?
Well, he is a worst actor nominee in 2004 for the film Alexander. All right.
They go all the way back to that?
Yeah. And now he gets the Redeemer Award for Banshees of Inisherin.
Yeah. They should have docked him some points for that fire, though. They're like, why didn't you tell Martin that fire looked so bad?
Yeah, it's true. That fire does look bad, man.
I saw a gif of that the other day, and I was like, what's wrong with Daniel? What's going on?
Terrible. Will Smith, Eddie Murphy. I'm telling you, these are the recent Razzie Redeemer Awards.
Will Smith could win it again one day.
Mel Gibson won in 2016 for directing Hacksaw Ridge.
He's redeemed, Daniel.
The first winner ever was Ben Affleck, who won for he had done Argo and Gone Girl.
That's a good winner.
Yeah. And he was, of course, a Razzie winner for Gigli.
I like that choice.
Yeah, I agree. It's a good first choice for the award.
It really, really is. It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. All right. So that's the Razzies. The Teen Choice Awards.
It's the Teen Choice Award.
They nominated for all their action awards, but it was because of the teen schedule, they were nominated against Endgame, so they lost all their shit to that.
Yeah.
Cena lost to Robert Downey Jr. and Haley Steinfeld lost to Scarlett Johansson.
Mm-hmm.
And the Saturn Awards, they nominated for two things: Best Sci-Fi Movie of the Year. It lost to Ready Player One. I can't believe Ready Player One won that, but I guess nerds like it.
Yeah.
And Haley Steinfeld lost the Best Supporting Actress Saturn Award to our favorite Zendaya in Spider-Man Far From Home.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess that's my favorite one of her.
Yeah. That was the most Zendaya heavy of the Spider-Mans.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the most you get into their relationship also.
Yeah. And you get to see their delightful chemistry.
That's probably when they started doing it.
Could be. Yeah.
That's set.
I love them as a couple. They might be my favorite Hollywood couple right now.
Really?
Every time I see a picture of them, like at a basketball game,
Greta and what's his face? Baumbach.
Greta Gerwig and Noah Baumbach.
Yeah,
I feel like it has that extra air of cynicism because Baumbach left his wife for a younger model with Gerwig.
And when you think about it, like Zendaya could have been hooking up with Jake Gyllenhaal on that set, but she chose Tom Holland instead, which is even nicer, even sweeter.
Good for her.
Yeah, absolutely. I would have been too weak. I would have gone with Jake Gyllenhaal probably.
That's funny. Who else is in that movie?
Michael Keaton. No, he's not in that one. I don't know.
Anyway,
his friend.
I just love the idea that Zendaya had two choices. I could either Jake Gyllenhaal.
While she was on that set, that's all she could. That's all she could think about were those two choices. There's actually they do bring in another guy because it's like after the blip, and there's like a guy who was like a young guy, but now he's their age and he's like sexier now. Do you remember that at all?
Not really.
He's like 5 years older now, and he's like a muscular guy. That people know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it actually sounds vaguely familiar.
Okay,
I like Far From Home. It's a good movie. Logan, get into it. Let's talk about Bumblebee.
Okay, let's talk about it. I want to say I think the Transformers, they look my favorite. They have my favorite look in this movie.
Well, I think in both of these, because it's like it's not so chromy. Like they finally gave into it, and it's just like, all right, they're gonna have colorful costumes and shit. Not costumes, but you know what I mean. Detailing.
I do know what you mean, and I like the way that they transform. It's like a cooler way. I like the sound that they have. Yeah, that's what it is. I think they're not so chromy and like metallic. They're actually like they look more like toys a little bit, which I like.
Yeah, like the villains in this one, like the Angela Bassett robot and the Justin Theroux robot. All the Decepticons we've seen up to this point in the series have just been like fucking metallic, you know, and these were like primary colors, like
blue one and a red one,
blue and red. Yeah, give me blue and red. Sounds good. See, and it helps me remember them because I'm like, oh, that's blue guy, that's red guy,
red girl. Or I actually don't remember which one was a guy and which one was a girl.
I think you were right. I think so too.
But yeah, no, I completely agree. And like when they would like transform into like their helicopter version, some of them, I'd be like, that was really cool the way that was done. I really liked that.
But can Transformers transform into anything? They don't just have like one thing. I mean, like, why is Optimus Prime always a flatbed truck if he can turn into like helicopters and shit?
That's a good question. Honestly, I didn't notice if things were transforming into multiple things or not.
They were, but think of Bumblebee. Bumblebee was a VW bug for most of the movie,
and then at one point he had like weird little wings.
And then at the end he turns into a Camaro, and Steinfeld's like, "You could have been a Camaro this whole time."
Yeah, I guess you're right about that. Why is maybe it's just to show like I have no fear. It's like why Michael Myers walks all the time when he could run. It's to show. It's like to prove a point, kind of.
Another great 2018 movie, Halloween.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. I don't know. It's based, but like, what can they turn into? Like, what are the limits to this?
Yeah,
we've seen Transformers turn into humans before. Can Bumblebee do that? Like, if Bumblebee wanted to like fuck Haley Steinfeld, could he?
It's a great question. At the end, by the way, how does Anthony Ramos turn into a Transformer?
What?
He like puts on a suit, like a Transformer suit at the end, and he's
one of the Transformers throws him like a little device on his hand.
Right. I that's what I thought. I thought he did something with his hand. So could Haley Steinfeld turn into a Transformer and fuck Bumblebee if she wanted to?
That's another great question.
Yeah. I'm glad these are in the same franchise because we can actually maybe she can come back for the third one. I didn't know that, but
I hope she does come back. I thought she'd pop up in Rise of the Beast, so I was disappointed that she didn't.
I did not think that at all. Well, I guess I didn't think they were the same thing, but yeah, I guess they did look the same. Like Bumblebee looked the same, so I don't know what I was thinking. But anyway, can I bring something up about Haley Steinfeld's character in this movie?
Yeah.
She's basically just the same character from The Edge of 17, where her dad died of a heart attack and she's all bummed out about it. That's the exact same character as from. I mean, she has like more going on, but like, that's the start of the age of 17. Her dad dies of a heart attack, and then she's sad.
I
Very
wish she
weird.
was if she was doing her character from that 10,000 Saints movie, then Bumblebee would have to impregnate her early on and then die.
Well, that's interesting.
That would be a great movie. But anyway, yeah, I mean, you're right. That's all it is. I found that stuff pretty by road. You know, like Haley Steinfeld sells it because she's like a really good actor. Like she really carries the movie. I'm watching this thing and I'm into it because of her.
Right. Me too. That's why I saw the movie.
Yeah, right. But I that stuff like never really did it for me. They you know, she's like missing her dead dad, and they like really hammer it home. Like early on in the movie, she's constantly like picking up pictures of her dad, going like, "What happened, Dad?"
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, it's like really stupid. Honestly, I forget all the ways that they do it, but it's like they couldn't think of any better ways to do it. I was thinking that watching the movie, and she has like a new stepdad, and the stepdad is like she doesn't like him, but she doesn't like really hate him or anything. Like they don't have like a bad relationship.
that's a thing. Like they didn't want to get too dark, so they've got like a lady dealing with her dad's death, and her mom is now like remarried, and she's having trouble dealing with it. But she's remarried to like this, or not remarried, but now like dating or whatever, living with like a really sweet fella.
Yeah, I wish that was my stepdad.
Everyone does.
But she didn't like him, and then at the end,
Although
like,
when she gives him that when he gives her that book about how you should smile more, that annoyed me.
Yeah, me too. That I actually liked that. That was pretty funny.
Yeah,
but I didn't. Nothing with the dad and like the stepdad really worked for me. That felt pretty lazy. But I did like.
yeah, but the mom's Pamela. Yeah, Pamela Adlon's, and
every line delivery, I was like, that's the right way she should have done that. That's good. That's good. Good job.
She's a really great actress, man. Like if people out there haven't seen like Better Things on FX, it's so good. She was also the star of that movie I watched recently that I talked about on Hey I'm Watching Here about the girl who magically gets a penis.
She's the mom in that?
No, she's the girl with the penis.
Oh wow. That's pretty cool.
From the 80s, you know, she was young.
They should remake it with Gideon. Give her.
Oh my god, they should.
I like Gideon a lot. I think she's pretty cool.
I kind of do too, despite myself. You know, I hate these Nepo babies, but every time I see her in something, she's pretty good.
She is pretty good. Speaking of pretty good, her little brother, I really liked her little brother. And do you know what he's from?
No.
I don't want you to get too turned on right now, Daniel, but he plays the Wimpy Kid in one of the Diary of Wimpy Kid movies. They rebooted it with this kid. And I never saw it, but I liked him a lot in this movie. I thought he was like great, honestly.
So this is post Roderick Rules.
Yes, this is like after Dog Days, and they made like this is like the 5th movie.
All right. Well, then I'm not getting turned on by this cardboard cutout.
All right. Well, I just didn't know.
All right. All right. Walk me through some other stuff.
What do you think about the part where she, like, they set up early on? I think Bumblebee plays a tape where she's like diving with her dad. Her dad.
Oh yeah.
And then at the end, big dramatic moment where she dives into the water to save Bumblebee.
It reminded me of The Lost World when Jeff Goldblum's daughter has to use her gymnastic skills to fight the raptor.
You know what it reminded me of? This came out after I looked it up. You ever see that movie Crawl?
Oh yeah,
alligator.
I did.
She's like a swimmer in that movie, and she has to use her swimming skills.
Right. Who is it? Kaya Scodelario?
Absolutely, from Resident Evil.
Welcome to Raccoon City. She's Effie from Skins.
Well, we covered her, so I like to bring up our franchise things.
No, you're right. You're right. That was the right move.
I didn't like that. I thought that was pretty stupid.
The movie starts with she's turning 18, baby, street legal, so it's okay for me to like crush on this character. I'm just joking. Kind of.
You're going to,
but she I was going to anyway. That's funny. But I don't know, like what she's like into cars. She loves cars because she used to rebuild them with her dad and stuff.
Right.
Um, sort of like Hurley from Lost.
Wow.
And she
Was that his license plate? 48, 15, 16, 23, 42?
No, but that would have been great.
Was that the right number that I just said?
You nailed it. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think that's way too many numbers for license plate, by the way. 4, 8, 15, 16. Maybe it's not. I don't know.
I think he had a novelty license plate. I don't remember what it was though. Chicken King or something because he owned the chicken franchise. Anyway, Logan,
Yeah.
she goes to this garage. She's like friendly with this dude at the garage, and she finds Bumblebee there, and she makes a deal with the guy who's a real father figure. I feel like this guy is like her real dad.
Yeah, a little bit. I don't know if she like. I mean, that's a good question. Like, did she go there a lot, and why did she go there so much? I guess she went there with her dad.
She couldn't have gone there that much because there was a dude working there who didn't know.
Yeah, she didn't work
was.
there, so I didn't really understand. But I guess
the guy's like, "Can you hand me that crescent wrench or something?" And she's like, "You don't need that. You need this tool." And he's like, "By golly, you're right." And then he looks at the guy and he's like, "This broad really knows the cars."
Yeah, and she says to him, she's like, "I'll work here if I can get Bumblebee or if I can get this car fixed, I can keep it." And he's like, we don't need anybody here. Happy birthday. You can have the car if you get it fixed." And she's like, "Awesome. That's what I'm going to do." So she gets Bumblebee fixed, takes it home, and hilarity ensues.
Yeah, he like gets up to, he becomes a robot and she's like, "What's going on here?" And they befriend each other. And the gist of the movie is like she's of course broken from her father dying, and he's broken literally, Logan. And they
rebuild
each other. Yeah, yes, exactly. Yes. That's the movie.
Oh, that's very good. I honestly didn't even really read into that much. But yeah, and all that's fine. And then we bring in like John Cena's in the movie, and there's a guy with John Cena who like loves Transformers or something, so he wants to work really closely with the Transformers and do what they say. I didn't really understand what that was going on. And then also she has a boyfriend that sucks.
Wait. Oh yeah, I forgot about that too. Who's the guy that loved the Transformers though?
Like the actor?
Yeah, he was an actor I knew.
Yeah, he looks familiar, and I'm sure that I could find it, but I thought you would just know who it was.
Oh, it's John Ortiz. That he's been in a lot of stuff. Anyway, I was disappointed by Cena in this movie.
Yeah, me too.
And I'll tell you why. I think what we've learned about John Cena in recent years is he is much better at comedy than like as an action hero. He's rather dull.
Yes.
All right. Like they tried him in like The Marine and shit like that.
But he was good in, well, I guess they give him comedy action in Fast and Furious, like when he like comes in and he saves the kid in the newest one.
But that's the thing, like
he's
no
like
one
Uncle
likes
Jacob.
No one really cared about Cena in F9. Like people weren't into that character. And then in this new movie, they gave him comedy to do, and now everyone liked it.
We gave him Statham's role, how Statham was like with the baby in 9, and now he's 8. Was that 8? That was 8. Sorry. Yeah. And then now he is like, but he died, didn't he? He actually died in Fast and Furious.
Hey, so, spoilers.
Oh yeah, sorry. But yeah, I agree with you. He's way better at being funny. And I don't think he's good in this movie when he's not talking. Like when he's trying to like act, reacting to other people. He's bad
at it. Yeah.
I don't think he's very good.
He's not a good actor, Cena. Like The Rock is a better actor than Cena. I'm sorry to say. But
you ever see Peacemaker? Heard that.
Yeah, and he's great in that. That's what he can do. He can do like turning the action hero thing on its head. Like he can do that. He can be funny in that mode. But if you try to make him like a real action hero as he is in this movie, he's just super dull.
But I don't think The Rock can even turn anything on its head, really. I sort of think Cena is better than The Rock.
Yeah, but you can throw The Rock. Like if you put John Cena in a movie like Skyscraper or San Andreas,
That's really bad. That would be really
it would
bad.
be super boring.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. They do completely different things. I don't know if I can say one's better than the other, but Batista can do anything. Batista can.
I mean, they do different things. The Rock does the people's elbow, while the John Cena does the FU.
Right, and the STFU isn't that one
Correct.
also?
Yes.
And he's got the 5-knuckle shuffle and the
Oh,
attitude
so many
adjustment.
classics.
So many
Classics.
great moves.
Yeah.
But but I agree. Cena was pretty underwhelming in this movie.
Yeah. It was a bummer because I was excited, Haley Steinfeld and John Cena, what an embarrassment of riches. But really, it was just Haley Steinfeld delivered the goods.
Yeah, I agree. But a guy who did not deliver the goods, her boyfriend, I thought he sucked. I thought he was like, they tried to make him nerdy, but he was like, this guy works out every day. Like, I didn't like that at all. He was like way too handsome to be a nerd and
when
like
you say
awkward.
When you say boyfriend, you mean the guy she like meets in this movie.
But then at the end, they kiss and they're boyfriend. Well, actually, he
they
tries
don't
to kiss.
Kiss.
Her.
He tries to hold her hand, and she says way too much.
Yeah, I guess I'm sorry for just putting them in a relationship, but he definitely wanted to be in a relationship.
Yeah. This is an actor by the name of Jorge Lindeborg Jr. He's a Dominican fella, and he popped up in those MCU Spider-Mans.
Really?
And yeah, he's one of the classmates, and he's been around.
Oh, I remember him actually.
A little while.
You know who I think he is? I think he does the morning thing with Betty Brant. Maybe.
All right.
Does he do that?
Betty Brant.
Isn't young Betty Brant? Doesn't she do the morning announcements?
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. I was thinking of that lady from Breaking Bad who plays Hank's wife. What was that?
Oh yeah, what's her name?
Is it Betty Brant?
It's something like Brant, right?
Yeah,
I can picture it. What is her name? I'm gonna look it up.
Anyway,
Betsy Brant.
Wow. So I didn't like this kid. I thought he was bad performer.
They thought he was so funny, and I feel like he thought he was so funny too. But I did not like anything he ever did once.
Yeah, he didn't really break through for me. I didn't really think he had chem with Steinfeld. I didn't like his whole look.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What does that mean?
I guess just like the fro. I didn't think he rocked it. Like, it didn't look good on him.
My biggest thing was I just didn't like how muscular this guy was, and he was playing like such a loser.
But that's what you have to be now. Like, every nerd in every movie like pops their shirt off, and you're like, what the fuck?
I had such a problem with that scene. He does take his shirt off at one point. She's like, "Hey, take your shirt off. I'm gonna like blindfold myself and show you that Bumblebee can drive himself or whatever." But she's wearing a flannel. Like, it was clearly like she could have taken that flannel off, but that seemed like it was a move to get his shirt off. She didn't play it like it was a move, but the fact that she had a flannel on and she still requested him take his shirt off, that is a move.
But you don't understand.
But she didn't even like him.
She can't take the flannel off because the flannel codes it for you that we're in 1987.
If I see somebody remove the flannel, I could still imagine we're in 1987 or whatever. People wear flannels today.
The 1987 stuff in this movie was fine. I thought they were really heavy-handed with the 1994 stuff in the next movie.
Yeah.
But I will say,
why do they reference Die Hard?
Do they?
I think the first time we see Bumblebee, he's like "Yippee-ki-yay, mother!" He's like doing playing the stations, how he plays movie quotes. Like, why a Die Hard?
There were a couple of weird things like that. At one point in Rise of the Beast, Anthony Ramos says, "Show me the money," and I'm like, "Bro, Jerry Maguire came out 2 years later."
Yeah. Huh. Really?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
I am serious.
What the hell? That's a big mistake.
Yeah. Anyway, I thought it was pretty cynical to set Bumblebee in 1987, to be honest, because what they're doing here is they know that people in 2018 that still give a shit about the Transformers are people that are going to have nostalgia for it. And so they would have been coming of age right around 1987. And so, like, all the music and the pop culture references, not to mention the idea that, like, Stranger Things was huge around this time. Like, it all felt a little on the cynical side for me. Like, I'm not going to get too mad at it because I understand they're trying to avoid the Michael Bay movies. I also read that the idea, it was originally set present day when, in the original script, and the setting it in 1987 was Chili T's idea.
Wow, great call.
Yeah.
Do you really think that they're getting in new people that are coming just for the 80s that wouldn't have come for the Transformers otherwise?
No. That's not what I'm saying. It's just meant to appeal to folks of the 80s.
Right. That was so big around this time. Well, what are we doing now? Are we doing nostalgia now for anything?
Yeah, dude, it's the same thing as like why they played all those 90s songs in the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. Because they try to like place it so that the adults that were into this shit as a kid are happy.
So we've transitioned now into the 90s?
Yeah, I do think it's a little more 90s these days, the nostalgia.
Okay. All right. I like that. I'm excited.
Yeah. Yeah. Why don't you make like a Pearl Jam biopic or something?
I will.
Thank you. Who are you gonna get to play Stone Gossard?
I was thinking I would do that part.
You could play Stone? You're not gonna play Eddie?
I would do both, actually.
Oh wow. Now I'm in. Fucking Jeremy Irons and Dead Ringers over here.
You could play whatever you wanted to. You could be the
Oh,
drummer.
really? I don't want to be their original drummer. I want to play Matt Cameron from Soundgarden, who joined them as drummer after Soundgarden broke up.
Well, he's not as good as the original guy.
He's better.
No, I actually don't know. I want to bring something up just from another franchise that we covered, okay? I
Yeah.
want to ask you a trivia question, all right? What other movie that we cover? There's a big thing in this movie where they watch The Breakfast Club together, right? And then at the end, they like play the song from The Breakfast Club.
And Bumblebee does the arm thing from the end.
Yeah, I actually liked that. That was cool. And what other movie that we covered?
I wish Bumblebee would have started doing that black voice that Anthony Michael Hall does in that movie.
Yeah, I think that's they cut that out, but I think they did film it. Anyway, what other movie that we covered?
You know what they should have had? When he sneaks into Steinfeld's parents' house and he like fucks everything up, it should have ended with him screaming and the glass door breaks.
And he does the bull on his way out the door.
Oh yeah.
All right. Anyway, we covered another movie that they talk about, The Breakfast Club, and it's like a big thing where they watch it and they do the song, and there's like one character does it to another. What movie is that?
We covered this?
We covered it.
You and me.
Oh yeah.
They're watching The Breakfast Club. I don't know.
It's Pitch Perfect. Do you remember that?
No.
He shows her The Breakfast Club, and then she sings the song in the show at the end. You don't remember that?
No, I gotta say,
one of my favorite parts of
I think I have more memories of Bumper in Berlin than I do of the Pitch Perfect movies.
Can I tell you what I saw this morning? I saw a thing from when what's her name? Haley Dunphy? What's her name?
Sarah Hyland, the
Sarah
host
Hyland.
of Love Island USA.
What's her last name now? What's Wells's last name?
Still Hyland. She kept Hyland.
Okay. Sarah Hyland, when she was on an episode of like Law and Order SVU or something. Have you seen this?
No, probably not.
Okay. I don't know if it's Law and Order SVU, but it's the one with the guy from Wet Hot American Summer. What show is he on?
That's SVU.
Okay. And she's like a teenager, and she's just going ham acting with these people, and it wasn't very good, but it was pretty entertaining. Like I could see she had a lot of gumption, I guess.
Sure. She's like, I gotta say,
it's funny.
I gotta say, Logan, we were pretty hard on her as the host of Love Island USA last season, her first season. I do think she's improved this season.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. One guy gave her Oh my god, dude! One guy in a recent episode said that she was being disrespectful to one of the other cast members, and she just like turned on her heel, looked at this guy, goes, "You think I'm being disrespectful?" It was fucking good.
Wow.
She like really she grabbed that moment, held out.
What did she do to make that guy say that though? Was she being disrespectful?
They were voting one person out of the villa. Okay, like the fan vote.
Coupling.
The fan vote was doing it. You know how the fans can vote people out of the villa sometimes. So this one dude who'd been like since the very beginning, but he kept trying to he was with this girl KK that everyone likes, and then he was like, I'm trying to explore other things, like test our relationship. Anytime like a hot girl came in, he was like, let me just fuck her and see if we would be better. And then you go back to KK like, no, we're better. And so the fans voted him out, and KK decided she was going to leave and go with the guy.
Wow.
And Sarah Hyland was like, "Are you sure you want to do that?" Like, that's all. And the guy was like, "That's fucking disrespectful."
I feel like it's good as the host to like clarify what the
Yeah,
player's choice is on the show.
If someone who's been on the show since the first episode decides that she's gonna quit, like, surely you have to ask them about that.
Yeah, it's like asking somebody to like lock in an answer. It's like a final answer. Are you sure? Like if somebody's quitting Survivor, Jeff would say like, "Are you sure you want to quit?" All right.
One of the other contestants who's friends with that guy even leaned into Sarah Hyland and apologized to her. Like, I think it's just the heat of the moment. I'm sorry for his actions. It's fucking crazy.
By the way, though, very sad of that girl. That guy was like going with all those other ladies, and then she still wants to leave the show for him.
I know, what a doormat.
Seriously, that's upsetting.
Yeah.
Anyway,
all right.
How much longer is that show? By the way, I feel like it's got to be almost done. They already did cost.
Yeah, we're close. The final. We're in the cliffhanger of the most recent episode is the final recoupling. So,
has anybody ever taken the money at the end?
Not on USA. I don't know about the other versions.
Oh yeah, I don't think so. All right.
What do you got, Logan?
Oh, we didn't bring up Dylan O'Brien. He voices Bumblebee.
Oh, I knew you'd want to bring him up.
I don't really have that much. But we just you never talked about him before on the franchise. You never did the Maze Runner or any other things he's been in. So first time.
I don't really know much about this guy. Is he 13?
Oh, you did Teen Wolf. Oh, you did Teen Wolf. He's like one of the Teen Wolf guys.
Right.
No, what did you ask? 13 Reasons Why?
I don't know.
No, that's Dylan Minnette. I guess Dylan. That's fair.
Yeah, that's probably why I got it messed up.
Yeah.
Let's see. Have I seen him in anything? He's in the outfit.
You saw Teen Wolf. You never saw the Maze Runner. He's in an episode of Curb.
Oh yeah, that was really weird.
I liked him in it. I think he's good.
No, I thought he was funny in it too, but it was surprising to see that guy show up as himself on Curb.
I think, by the way, he was also in the Taylor Swift video that she made with Sadie Sink.
Oh, all too well, the short film? Or is that what you're referring to?
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah. All Too Well, Taylor's version.
Mm-hmm.
Where's
Jake's version?
Can I say something controversial?
Yeah.
Those redos of all those albums, Taylor's version that she's doing because she like wants the rights to her own music and shit. None of them are as good as the original albums.
I've never heard them.
I don't know. Like she just announced 1989, and I'm like, why would anybody like 1989 is a perfect album. Like, I don't want to hear like her version of Shake It Off. It's not gonna be as good.
Yeah, I don't know. I never listened to them.
Anyway, what you got? Anything else?
No. You know who's more talented than Taylor Swift? Or like he's a way better singer? Olivia Rodrigo. Every song I hear of her, I'm like, she's like way better than Taylor Swift ever was. This is crazy.
She doesn't write her shit, does she?
I feel like she probably does, yeah.
You feel like she probably does? I feel like she probably doesn't.
She seems like the girl that would do that. She seems like the girl in high school who was like writing all of her own music.
I don't know. She doesn't seem like much like that's like Billie Eilish or something.
Okay, maybe. I guess so. Maybe we can say Taylor's a better songwriter, Olivia's a better singer. But you don't value singing at all. So you think Taylor Swift's probably the greatest artist that ever lived?
No, I don't, but I have more respect for her than I do some.
Like Beyonce, like those times. Um,
Yeah.
all right, fair enough. I'll give this definitely between a 2 and a 3. I liked it less this time than I did the first time. It's just like the dad stuff didn't work for me. That lousy boy of love interest character was stupid. But Haley's good. I like Bumblebee. I thought he was cuter than all the other.
I thought the opening flashback to Cybertron was really good.
Really good. I liked all the way it looked and everything. I thought it was like how the TV show probably is, the way
Yeah.
it looked and felt. Really like that. By the way, it's 11:11 a.m. So everybody make a wish currently.
It's 9/11 here.
Ooh, double wish.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like those. I like Justin Theroux and Angela Bassett like causing havoc and blowing people up, and that was kind of fun. I'll give it a 3, light 3. I don't know.
Yeah, people love this movie. Some people gave it like 4s and shit. I didn't really see what you were going on about. Like for me, it definitely felt different from other Transformers movies, but not much better.
Yeah,
So
I
I'm
agree.
I'm gonna give it a 2.
Okay, that's fair. All right, I guess that's all I had.
MVP is Steinfeld.
LVP,
And
the boy, I don't know his
yeah,
name.
yeah, I was gonna go with that. It's funny, my MVP and LVP in this one are both human characters, and in the next one they're both Transformers.
Oh wow, not me. I went
Okay,
humans in the other one also.
interesting. Um, let's talk about Rise of the Beasts, huh?
Yeah, neither of
Hey,
us saw it in theaters, but we saw it the other day.
can I take a quick break and rank these? I have it in my head, and I don't want to forget.
Yeah.
All right, 1 second. All right, I ranked them. All right, so Transformers: Rise of the Beasts comes to us. It's like 5 years later. They should have I guess COVID probably fucked them up, but after Bumblebee, like they kind of had some like goodwill towards the franchise again. They should have just like made another one of them right away.
I think COVID got in the way.
Yeah, COVID probably fucked them up.
I think Starscream got COVID. They had to write him out of the movie.
Yeah, we'll stop opening that mouth in public to scream. Starscream can't be wearing no mask.
Grimlock took his mask off to say Grimlock love going to the carnival, and
And Optimus was like, "What are you doing, Grimlock?
and then he got
Put your
COVID.
mask back on." N95. All right. So June 9th, 2023 was the release date of this movie. If you don't know, now you know. You're thinking the N-word right now. I know it. And it cost $200 million to make. They pushed the budget back up. Like to me, like Bumblebee was proof positive. You can make money from these movies without spending a lot. Like, so why'd they go back to spending a lot in this one?
Well, what are they gonna do? That other one was like, are they gonna make another like such a small
Yes,
story?
that seems to be what people are interested in.
Yeah, I mean, I liked it more than this one. I think
This movie,
I did.
I mean, this movie's made like basically exactly what Bumblebee made, and it's being considered a failure because it cost so much more.
Yeah, I agree.
It's made $439 million worldwide so far. It's standing currently at the 2023 box office at number 12, right between Mission Impossible, Dead Reckoning Part 1, and Creed 3. And
Wow.
Creed 3 is apropos because this movie is directed by Stephen Capel Jr., who got a start in the indie world with The Land, and then made Creed 2. That was his first Hollywood assignment.
Yeah. Yeah. Is it? I don't know how I feel about this guy. Really, I feel like he just like copies what other people do.
Why? Because he mostly makes sequels.
And she just like I don't understand anything about him really. Like I don't know what his style is or what
Yeah,
his
I kind of
signatures are.
Yeah, I don't know what he brings to a movie.
Yeah, I have like zero thoughts on this guy. Like I'd be interested in what he does next, I guess. But
Well, I kind of want to go back and watch that movie, The Land.
I guess
Maybe
that'd
get
be
a
the
better
move.
idea of him at that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Creed 2, like, yeah, you're right. It just feels like the first one.
which is good. Which is like honestly,
it's better
if I
directed than the third one because he's not a handsome actor.
but if I didn't know Coogler didn't direct one, I probably or didn't direct two, then I probably wouldn't have even thought about it. Like I think he does do a good job of emulating that.
Of the style of the Cougs.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean this movie's not poorly made or anything. Yeah, I just don't really know what he brings.
Yeah, yeah, that's my point.
Yeah. But I am glad that Stephen Capel Sr. isn't a billionaire. So
yeah.
So I like him on that level. I gotta tell you, I didn't even write down the writers because there's fucking 5 of them.
Yeah.
And I can't be bothered.
Yeah, fair enough.
This movie was originally announced as Transformers Beast Alliance. All right, but then they changed the name to Rise of the Beast. Also, Bumblebee, by the way, was originally announced as Transformers Universe.
Wait, what's up with these? What's up with these movies just taking Star Wars titles? Well, there's Revenge of the Fallen, which is like Revenge of the Sith. There's The Last Knight, which is The Last Jedi. Rise of the Beast, which is like The Rise of Skywalker. What's up with that?
You're right.
Attack of the Decepticons is like Attack of the Clones. They're just taking all the titles.
I don't know, man. It's true. Dark of the Moon. That's like Dark of Greedo.
I was gonna try to come up with Jar Jar Binks, but I couldn't come up with his little
Dark of the Gungans.
Gungans, yeah, the Gungans.
Yeah. All right. Talk to me.
All right, about what? So there's this girl at work that I went and spent the day with the other day.
Wow,
we had a real nice time.
Where's this coming from? What did you watch?
You said talk to me. I was just talking to you about something.
Oh wow. So you went out. Girl, you have sex with her?
I'm gonna add a little bleep after you say that, and get
everybody
wondering what happened.
Logan got laid, baby. All right.
Anyway, so Anthony Ramos.
Yeah,
I did not like the opening of this movie
from Hamilton.
Yeah, all the foundation about this family I thought was so poorly done. They're just like, oh, we got no money. You got a job interview, and if you don't do this one, it's gonna be the last time. And now my brother is also sick, and now we got all these bills. It's just like everything that could go wrong.
It's like one of these families that's like a poor urban family, but they get along okay because they love each other.
They really do.
Really love each other. You got the kid who calls Anthony Ramos Sonic, and he calls him back Tails.
Isn't Tails a girl? I had a question about that.
I think it's a boy.
Isn't Knuckles like what he should go by?
No, Tails is like his sidekick who like follows him around.
Honestly, I thought Tails was a girl. So
no, I think Tails' real name is Miles. And that's a boy's name.
I guess Peach is the girl. Is that a person?
That's from Mario.
Oh yeah, I'm stupid.
So they're listening to the Wu-Tang Clan because they're really hammering down 1994, right? And they live in Bushwick, which I appreciated, and they shot it in like there's places in the movie that I recognized, and I gotta say, here's another movie that bothered to shoot in New York when it wasn't necessary. When Scream 6, whose whole hook is Scream Goes to New York, could not be bothered. Drives me insane.
Yeah. Can I say, by the way, like, I feel like every time you bring up the Scream thing, I'm like, all right, Daniel's bringing up the Scream thing. But I 100% agree with you. I do want to say that. Like, it is complete bullshit that their whole thing is like, Scream in New York, and not a single second of it is in New York. I'm like, all right, Daniel's doing the Scream thing, but I agree. I definitely agree with it. It is such bullshit.
Yeah. So he's got his mom, played by this lady who does the voice of Miles Morales' mom.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Miles' mom here too.
I did feel like they were trying to. This was like the into the Spider-Versification of the Transformers franchise.
But
Like,
didn't you say that with TMNT?
yeah,
So they're doing every franchise.
I think everyone's copying that format now. And this is the first time I've seen a live action film do it.
Sometimes you have movies like that, though. Like a lot of horror movies were trying to like do like the Get Out thing, even in like the way they did their trailers. Like some movies are just so big that like you have to copy them for a while.
You don't have to.
You don't have to. After I said that, I was like, you don't have to.
Yeah,
but these people
you can
love
be cynical.
money, and they love to be like be at the top. So that's what they do. They ride the wave. But
absolutely,
it does happen. It does happen.
But that's what we're doing. Like, to me, Anthony Ramos is their attempt at just like putting Miles Morales in the Transformers universe.
I didn't think about it, but you are right.
Yeah.
I thought it was good though. I like it.
He was, yeah, I got no beef with him.
And I liked his brother. Thought they were
the little crippled kid.
Yeah. I didn't really understand what his illness was at all.
I didn't either, because he like never seemed sick whatsoever. It was just like
he never like takes a shot.
Like, I've got medicine for you. I don't know.
Like did he have like diabetes or something? I didn't understand.
It's pronounced diabetes.
Oh. Did you know Nick Jonas has diabetes?
I didn't know that. Wow.
Are you serious? Yeah.
No, that guy can't eat sugar. Is that why you got all trim and shit? Sexy.
Well, aren't his other brothers like that too? Or at least Joe?
Well, I guess so. Yeah, there's like the one ugly one, and then the bonus Jonas.
But I feel like Frankie's probably pretty hot now too. He's on TV.
What, the bonus Jonas?
Yeah, he's on TV. He's got like a legit like hosting job. I think,
me,
so.
in my brain, the bonus Jonas is 11 years old for life.
No, I feel like he's probably my age. Hey Siri, how old's Frankie Jonas? She doesn't care how old Frankie Jonas is.
I don't think anyone does, so we can move on.
All right.
Tell me more about the movie.
Well, now I'm Googling his age. He's 22 years old. Okay. So. Anyway. Unicron's back.
Oh, yeah.
Some of it.
Unicron is back. He's played by Zendaya's sponsor in AA from Euphoria.
Oh. Wow. Okay. Mirage is played by Pete Davidson. That's the first Transformer we really get to meet.
Can we? I need to have a state of the Pete address. All right. I'm a fan of Pete. Liked him on SNL. Liked King of Staten Island. I watched his new show. I follow his career. I like Pete. All right. I got no beef with this guy.
We like how he gets with a lot of women. That's cool.
Yep. He's got big dick
penis,
energy.
Would like to have.
All right, speak for yourself. And
you don't want one?
I don't want one. But yeah, he keeps now showing up in like big budget action movies.
He was just in Fast and Furious.
He was just in Fast and Furious, and we remarked on that being one of the worst scenes in that movie. And here he is again. He's playing Mirage. And I get the sense that Mirage is supposed to be the breakout Transformer of this movie. He's the new Bumblebee. Yep. Okay. And I hated him.
Yeah, I didn't like him either.
I found him incredibly annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Like every line, and I didn't even realize it was Pete until halfway through the movie.
I didn't know.
I looked it up, and I'm like watching. I'm just like, this character sucks. I have no interest in him. He's not making me laugh. I find him irritating.
Give him TJ Miller.
He might as well have been TJ Miller.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I this is my LVP. I had a real problem.
Whoa! Yeah. I didn't expect that. No, I got a different LVP that we'll get to a little later. That's crazy. I didn't think he worked well, but they're definitely doing that. They're definitely trying to be like, this is Ramos's car now. This is the new Bumblebee, and I gotta say, like Bumblebee, I never really liked either, to be honest. Like Bumblebee never did anything for me, but Bumblebee never annoyed me. This guy annoyed me.
Totally.
Yeah.
I mean,
Sorry, Mirage.
Steinfeld and Bumblebee versus Ramos and Mirage. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
It's not even a choice.
No. No. All right. So, well, did you like these guys? The Grillo, I said Grillo like he's Frank Grillo. The
Frank
Gorilla
Grillo.
and the Rhino and the Cheetah. Those are new
It's
characters.
so stupid. Like,
Come on.
I almost want to like it. Like, it starts off like it's the past. This is another one of those movies like The Last Night where there's all these weird Transformers artifacts. Like they keep finding shit from like thousands of years in the past that has a little Optimus Prime head on it. And I don't know. They're talking to each other in the past. They're called Maximals. One of them is referred to as Optimus Primate. I'm just like, what am I? What I did too, but at the same time, I'm like, what am I watching?
But
Like
this is real. They didn't make this up. This is like real stuff from cartoons, right?
Yeah, but not everything from 90s and 80s cartoons is good.
But the Dinobots, you weren't like, why is this in here? You were like, oh, sweet, Dinobots. People probably had the same reaction to these things.
I'm sure you're right. I'm not saying like don't do it, but like I do feel that like 8 movies into a franchise about like talking cars and shit, they're running out of shit to do.
Yeah. I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree.
Yeah. I'll tell you which one I liked though. My MVP of the movie, MVB, if you will, was the bird.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Bumblebee.
No.
Oh, the bird. Wow.
Michelle Yeoh plays a bird. What was the bird's name?
This is what she should get her Oscar for. Not everything.
I agree. I agree.
I don't know what the bird was called, but MVB, Tim will love that because he does a show called Take 5, by the way. Shout out to the Real Weird Sisters, where he gives an MVB of every movie. Or he did. I don't know what was it.
What does that stand for?
Most Valuable Bird. Every movie got an MVB.
He does. Oh, because they have owls and shit. I get it. Okay. Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah, it is funny. Martha came up with it, but Tim likes to take the credit for it.
Well,
man.
Well, Tim came up with what was
Hey,
the
I'm
thing we
watching
said?
here.
Yeah, hey, I'm watching here. So he's a winner too.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, so yeah, the bird. You don't know the name of the bird?
No idea. I thought you were looking it up this whole time.
I am. It's Air Razor.
I was talking about Martha and Tim while you looked up the bird. Oh.
Air Razor.
You know who I liked? I liked the plane. Like the Transformers got inside of another Transformer, like a big plane Transformer. Do you remember that?
What about that one Transformer? Is it Mirage who made the joke in this movie? Like, hey, you've been inside me.
Oh, yes, it was. I fucking hated that. Yeah, it was because Ramos rode around in him.
Yeah,
he was like, you were inside
so
of me. Jesus Christ. I hated that.
I don't want to think about that.
Yeah, honestly, I wish you didn't. Should I edit that out so the listeners don't have to remember that part?
No, they should. They should be forced to. Because
did you like that guy though? They're like a big plane that they all get inside of. I thought that was really cool. The Transformers inside of a Transformer, like being shuttled off together.
It was fine. I guess I wasn't super impressed with it, but
it's Transformers riding inside another Transformer. How is that not cool?
Yeah, but I did like the Transformers in this movie. I liked the girl Transformer.
Yeah, me too. I thought she was really cool.
Yeah, I think other than Mirage, I was kind of
really cool.
into some of the Transformers in this movie. Even the bad guys, like Peter Dinklage plays one named Scourge, and I thought he was funny. Yeah. And you got at one point they bring in these like henchmen, and one of them's like, my name is Nightbird. And I'm like, oh, Nightbird, let's do it.
Yeah.
All right. So you know what I didn't like in the movie, and this was a bummer. Here's
my
another
LVP? Is this what you're gonna bring up?
I don't know, but I'm gonna give you. This is an example of an actress who I think is really good and promising.
Yeah, I didn't like this character.
And you throw her in a fucking big budget action movie, and she just sinks to the ground. like a stone.
Elena.
Yeah, I'm talking about Dominique Fishback, who I just watched in this series Swarm. I don't remember where
Beyonce
that
fan.
aired. What?
She's like a crazy Beyonce fan.
Oh, yes. I forgot about that. Yeah. That's basically the whole premise of the thing. This is the one that Billie Eilish showed up in one episode.
Oh, yeah.
And I loved I didn't love Swarm, but I loved her in Swarm. I thought she was great. And so I was looking forward to seeing her in this movie, and she's kind of bad. She like almost reminded me of Jennifer Hudson's performance in the Sex and the City movie.
Daniel, that is the first thing I thought of. I didn't want to bring that up because I was like, oh, that's maybe I'm racist for thinking
It
that.
sounds racist, but it's not. I'm telling you, if you listen to their line readings, they're really similar.
Yeah, 100%. That's so crazy that you brought that up. But yeah, I didn't like her either, and they kept just like cutting back to her after like so much time had passed that I'd kind of gotten more invested in like the Ramos. I was like, oh, then Ramos is doing, and then they cut back to her, and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about this. And then like later, she would just like be hanging over lava, and it would be like, all right, this is so stupid.
At the end, she shows up on like a news report, like let's check in with Elena. I'm like, I don't give a shit.
And he's like, yeah, Brooklyn.
Yeah.
we did it.
Oh my god. Even as someone from Brooklyn, I thought there was too much of that in this movie.
Yeah, and so that's my LVP. Maybe it's not her, as you said. She's good in other stuff. Maybe I'll see her again and really like her. But that nothing they did with this character I ever liked. So LVP,
Yeah.
Elena. Sorry.
All right. What else do you want to talk about?
I don't know. Not much else. I do like a bunch of action, and then he gets recruited to the GI Joe. But I had a question: was he in the military before that? Like they sort of talked about how he like had. I feel like yes. I feel like he was in the military at one point.
Ramos's character?
Yeah, am I wrong about that?
I didn't get that vibe.
I feel like they mentioned that, but then like why isn't he being taken care of or anything?
GI Joe recruited him specifically because of his great actions during this Transformer battle.
Okay, maybe you're right. Maybe I'm thinking of separate things, but I sort of thought that he was. But no, I don't really have that much else. Didn't like the '90s references. A Few Good Men, they do that too.
Yeah, like a couple of them were fine, but there's too much of like it's at a certain point it's not scene setting, it's just like, check it out, it's a period piece. Like there's one scene where he like goes up to a security guard somewhere and the security guard has a little TV on and the TV's talking about the O.J. Simpson trial.
Yeah, that was big though.
Yeah,
gotta do that one,
I guess.
I'll give it a 2.
I also am gonna give this a 2. MVP is Air Razor, played by Michelle Yeoh, and LVP or LVT Transformer is Pete Davidson.
Yeah, and I went Ramos MVP because this was the first time I ever. And I don't want to just say like I thought he was like serviceable, but I would be really into seeing him in more stuff. I think he's a good actor, and it really turned me around on him.
I think he's talented. I judge him a little bit because he Taika Waititi'd his girlfriend. You know, he'd been with like the same girl for like years.
But can't we say he Noah Baumbach is his girlfriend?
We could. I suppose we could.
Who was his girlfriend? Was she anybody famous? Or he left her?
No, he was with like a long-suffering, like supportive, normal girlfriend, and then like the second he got famous, he like started dating celebs and shit.
Oh man.
But
they're just partners, right? They're not married, or they're not. Are you married when you're partners? You just don't say husband and wife. I actually don't really understand.
I mean, you could be either one, I suppose. I consider myself partners. I consider myself partners with my girlfriend. We're not married.
Wow. Okay.
We just live together. But yeah, I thought he was really good too. Yeah, more than serviceable. I think that's a good way to put it.
Yeah, so shout out to Anthony and LVP Elena. Sorry.
Yeah, poor Dominique Fishback. She'll find the right role. Go back to like weird indie shit. She's like great with that sort of A24 vibe.
Yeah.
All right. So that's we did it. Transformers. Let's rank the 8 Transformers movies.